This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us tonight at 5, everyone. Eric is off tonight. We watched a tornado warning roll through southwest Wisconsin about an hour ago. Thankfully, that warning in Crawford County has expired.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is out on the weather patio tracking the storms. Gary?
Well, right now the storm continues into the far southeastern portion of Crawford County, but it has weakened quite a bit, which is good news there. You can see on high-resolution radar, it's actually about ready to cross over the Wisconsin River over toward the Boscobel area. Right now the storm moving east pretty slowly, so areas in the path of that storm could get some heavy downpours and perhaps a little bit of hail or gusty winds, but the severe weather threat has lessened quite a bit. But that's a part of the state that, at least where the storm is moving now, that could use a little more rain. The area that doesn't need any more rain is the area back toward Eastman where that tornado warning was in effect, because that area picked up as much as 4 to 5 inches of rain just over the last 12 hours as another slow-moving thunderstorm moved through that part of the state. A little wider radar perspective across southern Wisconsin shows that the storms are very limited. Most of southern Wisconsin not seeing any rain, and those that are seeing it just getting some light showers or perhaps a brief thunderstorm. Most of the rain should be over with after this evening, and farther out to the west things are definitely settling down, so I look for most of the shower and thunderstorm activity to be done this evening. Temperatures right now are in the middle 70s. The cloud cover held our temperatures down here in the Madison area, so the atmosphere is a little bit more stable. Notice Prairie du Chien at 80 degrees. That storm passed just to the north of them, so they were in a part of the state where the atmosphere is a little bit more unstable. Notice the dew point temperature still in the upper 60s to the lower 70s, so any thunderstorm could produce heavy rain, but fortunately they seem to be on the diminishing trend. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will drop into the middle 60s. Look for a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. High temperature back up at 83, getting a little more sunshine in here, but the chances for rain go down along with the humidity as we head toward the end of the week. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. The rain caused some flash flooding in Crawford County, and that's where this picture was taken. Parts of the county have seen more than a foot of rain since Saturday. The National Weather Service says there have been reports of mudslides and high water in many areas, including parts of Highway 35, which is north of Prairie du Chien, being closed. But within the last hour, Crawford County Emergency Management's Facebook page says State Highway 35 between County Road N and County Road D has reopened. Stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather.
Well, the cost to fix thousands of miles of roads, bridges, pipes and power lines all add up to more than $1 trillion.
It's a ton of money that does have bipartisan support, and now President Biden is trying to sell Wisconsin on it. He came to La Crosse today, checking off the dozens of things his massive proposal would accomplish. And our Brady Mallory is here to go over the basics. Brady?
Well, President Biden spent the day touring La Crosse's public transit center, and then he gave a speech on his infrastructure package. He hopes to boost the bipartisan agreement and says it could mean millions of new jobs. As soon as President Joe Biden landed in Wisconsin, he made it clear it's time to fix the roads and bridges we drive on.
Y'all know that feeling. Losing time, sitting in traffic, or being rerouted because the bridge isn't wide enough or the road is poorly maintained. This deal is going to put Americans back to fixing all of that.
Biden's infrastructure package includes $109 billion for roads, bridges, and other major projects. It could help fix approximately 1,000 structurally deficient bridges in Wisconsin, according to a 2020 report. It's a big investment, but Biden says you will see the returns.
This deal will put American workers to work in good-paying jobs. Not minimum wage jobs, not $15 an hour jobs, prevailing wage jobs.
There's a lot to fix. Biden said 1 in 5 miles of every highway in America is in poor condition. Biden says they need to be safer for the people who use them. A danger he knows all too well.
I lost a wife and daughter and almost lost 2 sons. Look, our fatality rate is double the rate in Canada on a per capita basis.
In the end, Biden says he chose Wisconsin because he needs to lay the groundwork with voters to get his big plans off the ground.
Because I believe that there's nothing we cannot do if we come together as a nation, Democrats and Republicans.
Biden says his plan also focuses on getting PFAS out of our water systems and boosting the nation's power grids to avoid outages, which can cost the U.S. economy $70 billion a year.
Brady, thank you. Not everyone was excited for the president to be in Wisconsin today. A group of protesters stood near the La Crosse Municipal Transit Utility while President Joe Biden delivered his speech today. Those who gathered say they are against the president's infrastructure plan, saying it is, quote, a horrible bill. A GOP spokesman says that rising inflation under the Biden administration is going to cause a middle-class income tax hike.
The Biden administration is squandering the recovery that they inherited from the Trump administration. So time and time again, when they keep proposing spending the taxpayers' money, that's not going to be the solve. People of Wisconsin want to have responsive government. They want to have good government. They want to have a government.
In other news tonight, it sounds ironic, but nighttime is a particularly busy time on the Beltline around Madison. And part of the problem is construction, closing lanes overnight. But as Amanda Quintana explains, drivers are making a lot of mistakes as more and more of them get back on the road.
If you've been on the Beltline lately, you might have noticed that it's a bit of a mess. And construction could be to blame, but the Dane County Sheriff's Office says it's also something else.
We're also seeing higher traffic volume right now, being that people are going back to work and the pandemic's winding down.
Evan Tillison monitors the Beltline from 2 to 6 p.m. During rush hour, it can often be at a standstill. With the amount of cars returning to pre-pandemic levels and the flex lane construction narrowing each lane by a foot, he says that leaves more opportunity for driver error, especially if you're distracted.
I don't know that I would say it's created an unsafe driving environment, but with the lanes being narrowed and the traffic barrels and the Jersey barriers, it has created probably a less forgiving environment for driving.
Monona police, who also patrol the Beltline, say they're seeing more crashes and speeding in general this year, with 29 crashes on the Beltline from March 1st to today. Compare that to just 14 in the heat of the pandemic last year and 26 the same time the year before.
Lower traffic volumes, people had more room to speed, so they were taking advantage of it. And I still believe that we're still seeing some of that, even in construction zones.
Although the Beltline might feel like an interstate, it's not. Despite the changes being done to the road, Tillison's advice remains the same.
Slow down, give yourself some room, don't multitask while driving.
At night, when the Beltline goes down to just one lane, that's when it's really slow to get through, but you should probably get used to that because we still have a few more months left of this project. Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Amanda. That flex lane project is planned to be done in December. The goal is to reduce the number of congestion-related crashes.
Republicans are set to pass the state's biennial budget in the Assembly today before it heads to the Senate tomorrow. It's an $87 billion spending bill that spends just enough on education to save billions in federal aid, but doesn't come close to the $1.6 billion Governor Evers wanted. Other highlights included the ending of the UW tuition freeze, cuts to transit programs in Madison and Milwaukee, and a $125 million broadband expansion. It leaves out major Democratic priorities like legalizing marijuana, Badger Care expansion, and investment in fixing our unemployment system.
At the Wisconsin State Capitol, the budget battle essentially comes down to two things: education spending versus tax cuts. The
plan is on the Assembly floor for its final vote today. Naomi Coles joins us with the latest. Naomi.
This is an $87 billion plan, and it rolls out income tax cuts for a wide group of people. Anyone making between $24,000 up to $263,000 a year, or up to $351,000 if filing as a married couple. Now, the cuts are because of a more than $4 billion surplus expected in state revenue over the next 3 years. But Democrats say the plan leaves schools stripped of enough new money.
Republicans focused on using the surplus in a way that meets the bare minimum federal requirements while providing almost zero new funding for public school classrooms.
We look for ways to give that money back to the hardworking taxpayers of Wisconsin.
Now, Now, the governor can veto parts or all of the budget, but we don't know yet where he stands on that, apart from him urging the legislature to put aside more for education. So from here, the budget goes next tomorrow to the state Senate. Democrats introduced a slew of amendments to the budget today on the floor. All of them failed in vote.
All right, Naomi, thank you. The man convicted of shooting and killing a woman on the interstate will stay in custody. Zachary Hayes was committed to Mendota Mental Health Institute for 40 years. He randomly shot and killed an Illinois woman in Sauk County in 2016 as she was headed home from the Dells with her family. Hayes was seeking a conditional release, but following a report from a doctor, the judge denied his request.
Someone broke into the Henry Vilas Zoo over the weekend and stole from the main donation box. The zoo says no one was hurt in the break-in and the zoo's animals are fine. The zoo relies on donations to keep running. The zoo struggled through 2020 as attendance was down more than 40% that year. They've also replaced the broken down donation box, but the zoo says if anyone wants to donate to help replace the lost money, we have a link on our website.
COVID-19 could soon be considered entirely preventable. That's the latest from local doctors who point to the latest data from the CDC. Last month, 99.2% of all coronavirus deaths were among unvaccinated Americans. That means that less than 1% of people who've gotten their shots died from the virus. But doctors say the average healthy percent is highly unlikely to fall even within that 1%.
They might be an organ transplant patient. They might be on chemotherapeutic agents for cancer or have other reasons that the vaccine may not have been effective in them.
Vaccines can sometimes be ineffective in people with underlying, sometimes undiagnosed conditions. Doctors recommend everyone 12 and up get the vaccine as soon as possible. You can find your nearest vaccine location at the link posted on our website. The 7-day average for cases in Wisconsin has increased to 73. This comes as over 3,000 residents have received a vaccine in the past 24 hours. Over 50% of the state's population has at least one vaccine, and almost 47% have completed their vaccine series. Well, 6 days after a condo collapsed in Florida, rescue crews are still searching for survivors.
What a contractor is saying about the condition of the building prior to its fall. That's ahead at 5. And we sit down with Monona's new police chief as he discusses the impact of being the city's first black and openly gay chief. That story's coming up tonight at 6.
But first, a record-breaking day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial's up 9 points. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 both up and both set record highs. We'll be right back.
Menards has everything you need to transform the look of your home, adding to your curb appeal. Ideal garage doors add a stylish new look to the outside of your home. We have more than 1,000 different style and color options to choose from. Give your home the update it deserves and save with 11% off all Ideal garage doors. Save today and get 11% off everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Get 25% off our low Slumberland price. Incredible deals. Huge markdowns. Plus 25% off our low Slumberland price. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Illinois, home to the iconic Route 66, the Great River Road, and countless road trips to discover. Find yours at enjoyillinois.com.
Tonight at 6, state legislators will take their final votes on the state's budget this week. And President Biden pushes his infrastructure bill in Wisconsin. What the president had to say during his visit to La Crosse.
Want to know what the day's weather will be like where you live? Well, that's easy. Just ask me. Here's how. Record a short video on your phone. State your name, where you're from, and simply say,
I'm Sam from Madison. Hey, Chris, plan my day.
Then send it to me by email, and I'll give you a personal forecast right here on News 3 Now this morning. This is your chance to be on TV. So just send me a video and say,
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, plan our day.
Plan your day with Chris, only on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. It's day 6 of the search and rescue operation at the condo collapse in Florida. Authorities have notified the families of 11 victims, but at least 150 are still missing. New images taken just 2 days before the collapse show water on the floor, cracked concrete, and a damaged rebar in the complex's pool equipment room. A contractor who gave the photos to the Miami Herald says he was struck by the lack of maintenance in the lower level. It is not known whether these issues contributed to the collapse. Luis Andres Bermudez lived on the 7th floor. The 26-year-old battled muscular dystrophy. On Saturday, searchers found his body and his mother's.
That boy was in a wheelchair and in a bed all day, and he was teaching you how to live life.
President Biden will visit the community Thursday. Officials say prosecutors in Florida will pursue a grand jury investigation into the deadly collapse.
In Illinois, an industrial fire is forcing people to evacuate. The fire started at this warehouse in Morris, that's about 60 miles southwest of Chicago. Officials say a large number of lithium batteries are stored at the site. No injuries have been reported, but authorities have told people in a 2-block radius to evacuate their homes for their own safety. It's unclear what started the fire. Hazmat teams and firefighters are using specialized foam as they work to control the fire. One fire official says fire crews will also be evacuated if the threat of an explosion increases. To the Pacific Northwest, which is still suffering from dangerously high temperatures. For the first time ever, Seattle reached triple-digit temperatures Monday for the 3rd day in a row. The heat has caused roads to buckle, and tanker trucks in Seattle are hosing down drawbridges to try to keep the steel from expanding. In Portland, which reached a record-breaking 116 degrees on Monday, the extreme heat was enough to bring light rail and streetcar service to a halt. Temperatures are expected to come down this week, but they'll still be around 90 degrees, which is 20 degrees higher than average.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is here. And Gary, we got a good reminder this afternoon that severe weather can pop up when you least expect it.
Yeah, and this was really not expected. We had some heavy rain earlier this afternoon, and then a couple of thunderstorms popped up in northeastern Iowa and moved into southwestern Wisconsin. Those storms tracked right across Eastman, bringing a funnel cloud in that area, and now that storm is weakening to the south and east of Boscobel. This area to the east of where that tornado warning was in effect earlier is much cooler because of the cloud cover and the showers that we had for much of the day. So these storms will continue to weaken as they head off toward the east, but another fairly strong shower, maybe even an occasional flash of lightning in a system just to the east of Prairie du Chien will also be tracking into parts of Grant County. You can see right now from the impact, flooding is probably the main impact because this, again, moving fairly slowly and brings the potential for some heavy downpours. Fortunately, it's moving into an area where they had little or no rain, especially south and east of Prairie du Chien. To the north, it's a different story. Even before that storm that had the tornado warning with it, there were heavier thunderstorms that moved through early this afternoon that dumped anywhere from 4 to perhaps as much as 5 to 6 inches of rain over toward the Eastman area. And there were reports, actual reports, of over 4.5 inches of rain in Eastman. So this area certainly doesn't need any more rain because they got hit hard on Saturday morning. And you can see as these showers and storms move off toward the east, southeast, they are weakening. We're not seeing much in the way of any kind of rain across the Madison area. Some showers and thunderstorms up to the north near the La Crosse area and then northern portions of Adams County. But a wider radar perspective shows to the west things are really settling down. So I think by mid to late evening, most of the rain threat will be over. And not looking at any more of a severe weather threat. But just over the last 5 days, you can see this area right here where over 5 inches of rainfall. This area in brighter yellow may have seen as much as a foot of rain over the last 5 days. Also some areas of heavier rain south and east of Madison to the north of the Dells. And then you see these pockets where perhaps only a quarter to a half inch of rain fell over parts of Grant County, same thing. So it just depends on where you are. You know, not just because it didn't rain where you are or it rained a lot, that doesn't mean it's the same everywhere. And that's the problem with spotty thunderstorms during the summer. The heavier rain threat, at least for this evening, will stay to the south across northern Illinois, and that's an area that doesn't need any more rain either. So flash flood watches continue in effect until 10 p.m. The Storm Prediction Center Severe Weather Outlook has just a little area for a marginal risk of an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm. It's mainly for those thunderstorms moving through Adams County and then from the Chicago area to the south and east into parts of Michigan and Indiana. Current temperatures are in the 70s here. It's warmer out to the west, and then you can see that growing heat wave out to the west. Mid-90s across parts of Montana and triple-digit heat closer to Seattle. That area is just continuing to bake, and fortunately for us, the humidity levels start to drop over the next couple of days, and that will lessen the chances for rain for areas that received a lot of rain. So look for a high tomorrow of 83 degrees. It'll be warm and humid. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm as the winds shift around to a more northerly direction. So on future track, the greatest threat for any thunderstorms will be early this evening. We're looking for mainly dry conditions overnight, maybe with some areas of fog and low temperatures in the middle 60s. Then for tomorrow, look for high temperatures in the lower 80s. Just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm popping up. Most of us will probably stay dry. That would linger into tomorrow evening. And then we repeat the process on Thursday. But the difference is on Thursday, the winds come in from the northeast. So temperatures will get up to close to 80 degrees and then start dropping back in the afternoon as another little surge of cooler and drier air moves in and pushes the showers and storms down to the south. And so consequently, over the next couple of days, rainfall amounts will be very spotty. Only a few places, mainly south of Madison, where the greatest threat for a thunderstorm will get any heavier downpours. And most areas, especially north of Madison, will see little to no rain. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures warming back up. In fact, we've boosted the temperatures beginning on the 4th of July, Monday, and lasting through most of next week with some thunderstorm chances as humidity levels start to increase. As we check out first warn traffic right now, we're seeing delays on the eastbound Beltline. Looks like an accident near John Nolan Drive, so delays on the eastbound Beltline from there all the way back to near Verona Road. Right now, over a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 17 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, it'll take you 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. On US 12 from Middle to Sauk City, it's a 16-minute commute, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, also a 16-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. As Wisconsinites hit the water this weekend to celebrate the 4th of July, the DNR is encouraging boaters to be cautious. They're warning next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroil steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm.
Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroil steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
As we prepare for the holiday weekend, the DNR is reminding boaters that they should have the right life jackets for everyone on board.
State law requires that you have one wearable type life jacket or personal flotation device of the proper size and the proper fit on board the boat and readily accessible so you can get to it. But we would ask that you take it a step further. Please wear it. Life jackets are proven to save lives.
Besides boats, people on canoes, kayaks, and paddle boards should also be wearing life jackets. DNR officials remind boaters that anyone born after January 1st of 1989 has to take an online boating safety class.
A national phone company is making sure students in Madison are able to have internet access. U.S. Cellular is donating more than $24,000 in wireless hotspots to help the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. The 35 wireless hotspots will provide 13 months of free internet for students through the 2021-22 school year. This year, U.S. Cellular has donated more than $560,000 in hotspots and wireless service to 8 Boys and Girls Clubs.
We'll get a final check on your first warn forecast when we return.
He's here! He's here!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Free installation on window siding and doors ends Wednesday. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Milk, milk, milk. Yeah, guzzle milk, drink it all. Make a milk waterfall. Cookie milk, stack it tall. Milk with no rhythm at all. Make you run fast milk. Stay awake in class milk. Pour it by the glass milk. Is that a mustache milk? Boom, 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 base milk. Smile in your face milk. Go for the goal before you know you going all the way milk. Milky high, milky hay. I hope you have a milky day. Live your best life milk. You out this world, Milky Way. Put you on the spot milk. Question, got milk? Show us what you got. Hashtag got milk.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
The only thing better than tacos is faster tacos. That's why Johnsonville created its new ground taco sausage. That's right, taco sausage. Premium cuts of ground pork authentically seasoned with cumin and garlic. Next taco night, skip the seasoning packets. Just sizzle and serve. Because with new Johnsonville taco sausage, the only thing between your family and tasty tacos is 10 minutes.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, could the Surfside building collapse have been prevented? New details about an urgent letter sent to residents in April warning of deteriorating conditions. Plus, gas prices soar around the country, how it could impact your July 4th travel plans. And Field of Dreams, why this 70-year-old's Major League debut was 6 decades in the making. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Look forward to that. And Gary's here with one final check of the forecast. Things calming down a little bit.
Yeah, if we show the radar here, you can see there's a narrow line of thunderstorms that run from just around Toma to just north of the Dells and up toward Green Bay. That if there's any stronger thunderstorms are more likely along that line, and that'll mainly stay north of Madison. The activity that went through Crawford County now is just down to some heavier showers right around Boscobel and northern portions of Grant County, and those are fizzling out. So you can see future track rainfall over the next couple of days, just very spotty. Temperatures right now mid-70s, but the dew point temperatures are in the mid-60s, so it is pretty humid. High tomorrow of 83.
All right, thank you, Gary. That'll do it for us at 5, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll see you back here for News 3 at 6.